Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to get this look here. It's the look from Selena Gomez's Come and Get It video. And it's really pretty. It's like a dramatic, really warm, dark, bronzy gold eye. And then this really fun, it's like an orangey red lipstick, lots of bronze. So if you want to know how to get this look, hold it. Whoa, hey, hello. So first thing we're going to do is apply our eyeshadow primer. This is Urban Decay Primer Potion. And it just makes your eyeshadow last all day long. Now I'm applying a warm matte brown eyeshadow on my lids up to where my crease begins. And I'm using Sable from the Lorac Pro palette, which I love. After that's done, you're just going to take your blending brush and blend everything out. Be careful not to leave any harsh lines, just really get in there and blend that. And I'm using my blending brush from Sephora. Now I'm just going in with a tapered crease brush and a matte black, also from the Lorac Pro palette. And I'm just really going to get it into the outer V's of my eyes. Make sure to trace it along the upper lash line. And I really want this nice and dramatic. Not that I don't always want things nice and dramatic, but especially this look. Now we're going to start blending again. When you're working with a lot of dark colors, you kind of have to be patient with the blending. There's always a lot of blending going on. And if you get any fallout under your eyes, don't worry about it. That's why we're doing our face after, so we can clean up all the fallout with a makeup wipe. Now in the crease, I'm taking two really warm colors. One is an orangey brown and the other one's just a really warm kind of chocolate brown. And I'm putting them in the crease. I'm using two colors from the Ladybird palette from Kat Von D. I'm using Cleopatra and Wolf. And you just want to make sure it gets really nice and warm. Now I'm just taking a small slanted brush and taking some of that black underneath my eyes, just kind of to the middle of the lash line underneath. We're going to blend it out later with a warmer color, but right now we just really want it nice and dark. And you can guess what we're doing next. More blending. Yay! Now on the outer half of the lids, I'm using another color from the Lorac Pro palette. This is Garnet, and it's just a nice bronze shimmery shadow. We're going to start adding some sparkle on the eyes. And now on the inner halves of our lids, I'm taking a nice shimmery gold color, also from the Lorac Pro palette. And this just makes our eyes look a lot bigger, shimmerier, if that's a word. If it's not, I just made it one. Now I'm just taking some of that garnet color that we used before from the Lorac Pro palette. And I'm just applying it underneath my eyes, kind of where I stopped applying the black. And don't get excited, all we're doing in this step is blending. Again. And now just to highlight under our brows, I'm taking a matte white eyeshadow, just applying it underneath my eyebrows. This lightens up the look, makes it look more defined, makes your eyebrows look better. I'm just kind of obsessed with highlighting under my brows. And more blending. And with the same brush, I'm just going back in with my matte black, just for a little added definition. And we're blending, and we're blending, we're blending, blending. And just to make the look a little warmer, I'm going back in with the same warm orangey brown shadows we used before, just putting a little more in the crease. Now I'm breaking out my handy dandy makeup wipes. I use these to clean up any fallout from under my eyes and also to create a nice defined shape. In this look, Selena sports kind of a defined cat eye along the edge, so I'm just following from my lower lash line up to where my eyebrow would continue. And I'm rimming the entire eye in a nice black eyeliner. I'm using Smashbox Limitless Eyeliner in Onyx, which I love. It doesn't go anywhere, it stays on forever. I'm just obsessed with it. And make sure to line the tight line really well. Don't forget the inner corners, that's super important. Whenever you line the inner corners of your eye, it always gives a more defined look. And I just like to go to town with the black eyeliner. Now I'm lining along the top lash line with my black liner pencil. Selena kind of has a thick, chunky, almost smudgy black eyeliner effect on top, so I'm just going to go for that. Now I'm just smoothing it out with a clean brush. Now with my favorite liquid liner, the Super Slim from L'Oreal, I'm just going to go in and make a nice thin defined black line all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner. I don't want to wing it out too much, but I want a little bit of an extension past the outside of my lash line. Just a little bit. And under the eye, I'm going back in with my small angled brush. And I'm just going to add some of that warm shadow that we used in the crease before from the Kat Von D palette. And it really blends everything together and adds a nice warmth under the eye. And now I'm smoothing the Matte Perfecting Primer from Estee Lauder all over my face. This helps all your makeup last all day, it goes on smoother, looks better, plus it's kind of fun to rub in. I'm applying my foundation. I'm using, also by Estee Lauder, the Double Wear Stay in Place makeup in Desert Beige. I'm in between colors right now, so this one might be a little on the light side, but I'm working on it. And pet peeve, please don't forget your jawline. When you're applying foundation, it looks super obvious if you stop applying it at your chin. And when I'm done applying foundation, I like to just pat in the foundation using my fingers, really gently, just patting them all around my face, getting in those little creases and crevices around the nose, under the eyes. I just think it looks really nice. Now using my L'Oreal True Match Concealer, I'm applying it underneath my eyes and down the bridge of my nose. It's just a really nice highlight. I use it in a color that's a little bit lighter than my skin, and it just gets rid of any darkness, it makes the eye makeup look cleaner, and I put it down the bridge of my nose to highlight, because later on I'll be doing some light contouring with some bronzer. And now with a giant fluffy brush and mineral veil from Bare Minerals, I'm just going around and setting my foundation and concealer. It makes it last longer, gives it a nice natural finish, and the brush kind of tickles. And now with my bronzer from Physicians Formula and a little contouring brush, I'm just going underneath my cheekbones, down underneath my jawline, along my temples, and a teeny smidgen on the sides of my nose. Selena seems to be wearing quite a bit of bronzer in this look, and I'm just kind of obsessed with contouring my face. Also, bronzer is really nice for when your foundation is a little bit lighter or when you're in between colors. Kind of makes everything blend together and look more natural.
I'm gonna write a song about contouring my nose, yeah. It's adding definition.
Sorry, I'm having too much fun with editing. And going back in with our giant fluffy brush, we're just gonna blend everything together. With a smaller brush, I'm just gonna apply a nice peachy blush, just a little bit. Selena kind of had a nice warm glow on the cheek, so I'm using Fun and Games from MAC. Now with an angled liner brush and my e.l.f. eyebrow kit in medium, which is $3 by the way, I'm just gonna fill in my brows. I want it to look nice and full and defined. I'm just going in with light feathery strokes, first with the gel part of the kit, and then afterwards I'm gonna fill it in with the powder on top just to set everything. And now to highlight the brows even more, I'm taking a nice shimmery off-white shadow from the Naked palette called Virgin, and I'm just putting it right underneath my brow. And also from the Naked palette, I'm just taking Sin on my fingertip and pressing it into my inner corners. And now I'm curling my lashes and applying mascara. For this particular look, I'm using Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara.
I watch the world go flashing by, flying like a butterfly, yeah, on my way to you.
And don't neglect your poor bottom lashes. They get so left out.
I'm so ready for this to start, yeah. Tonight's not soon enough. Here I go higher.
I like to use a pressed powder on my face just to bring everything together, make it last a little bit longer. Here I'm using L'Oreal True Match pressed powder in N4. And it was very difficult to find the most important part of this look, the orangey red mouth that Selena has in this video. This particular color I'm using is the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in Red Square. And I wanted to use this color so badly, my boyfriend actually had to sharpen this with a kitchen knife because my sharpener decided to go missing. And because my pencil was matte, I'm just applying a little bit of balm over the top. Selena kind of had a sheen in this video, not necessarily a shine, but kind of balmy.
Now with my Duo Dark Eyelash Adhesive and a set of red cherry lashes, I'm just gonna apply my false lashes. I mean, I love false lashes. Who doesn't love false lashes? Kind of makes your eyes look bigger, and they make them more dramatic, and they make your eyeliner look better, and it's just kind of an ending to every look. I mean, who doesn't love longer lashes? I love false lashes, and this look, Selena's wearing false lashes, so I'm gonna wear false lashes. I mean, yeah, they can be kind of difficult to put on, you have to wrestle with them, the glue gets in your eye, but I mean, doesn't beauty hurt? Duh.
And to blend my false lashes with my natural lashes, I'm applying mascara. And to highlight my cheekbones and just give me a nice glowy effect, I'm putting a little bit of a peach shimmery eyeshadow from Smashbox right on the top of my cheekbones, down the center of my nose, and right in my cupid's bow.
It's so